and welcome to our podcast, Just Sport. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic, the importance of sports in adolescence. This is a phase of life full of change, challenge, and discoveries. So, understanding how sports can influence teenagers is essential. I'm here today with two special guests who will help us explore this subject. Guys, thank you so much for being here. How do you introduce yourselves briefly?
Hi, my name is Pedro, and I'm really happy to be here. I've always been interested in sports, especially because I've seen how they can positively affect both physical and mental health in teenagers.
Hello, my name is Ana Carolina, and it is a pleasure to participate in the podcast. I believe sports are a fundamental part of adolescence because they help young people grow in the many different ways.
Great! Let's start with a simple but important question. Why do you think sports are so important during adolescence?
Well, first of all, sports are essential for physical health. During adolescence, the body is still developing, so regular physical activity helps strengthen muscles, improve cardiovascular health, and prevent problems like obesity. Besides that, practicing sports regularly creates healthy habits that can last for a lifetime.
I totally agree, and I would add that sports are also very important for mental health. Teenagers often deal with stress, pressure from school, and emotional challenges. Sports can help reduce anxiety, improve mood, and even prevent depression because physical activities release hormones that make us feel happier.
That's really interesting. So, sports don't just help the body, but also the mind, right?
Exactly. When teenagers practice sports, they often feel more relaxed and motivated. It's like a natural way to deal with negative emotions and improve overall well-being.
And not only that, but sports also help to build self-confidence. When a teenager learns a new skill, improves performance, or achieves a goal, they start believing more in themselves, which is very important at this stage of life.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, what about social life? Do sports have an impact on how teenagers interact with others?
Yes, definitely. Sports are a great way to develop social skills. When teenagers play on a team, they learn how to communicate, cooperate, and respect others. These are skills that are important not only in sports but in life in general.
I agree. In addition, sports help teenagers make new friends and feel part of a group. This sense of belonging is very important during adolescence because it helps reduce feelings of loneliness and creates emotional support.
That's true. Feeling part of something can really make a difference. But what about school? Do sports influence academic performance?
Yes, they do. Students who practice sports often develop better discipline and organization. They learn how to manage their time between school, training, and personal life, which can improve their academic performance.
Also, physical activity helps improve concentration and memory. So, even though some people think sports take time away from studying, they can actually help students perform better in school.
That's a very important point. But are there any challenges when it comes to practicing sports during adolescence?
Yes, there are some challenges. For example, not all teenagers have access to good sports facilities or opportunities. This can make it difficult for some of them to participate in regular physical activities.
Another challenge is time. Teenagers often have a lot of responsibilities like schoolwork and sometimes even job, so it can be hard to find time to practice sports regularly.
That's true. Not everyone has the same opportunities. So, what would you say to a teenager who doesn't like sports or doesn't feel motivated to practice them?
I would say that it's important to different types of physical activities. Not everyone enjoys traditional sports like soccer or basketball, but there are many other options such as dancing, swimming, or even going for a walk.
Exactly. The most important thing is to stay activities and find something that you enjoy. When you like you're doing, it becomes much easier to stay consistent and motivated.
That's a great message. Before we finish, could you summarize why sports are so important in adolescence?
Sure, sports are important because they improve physical health, help you build confidence, and teach important life skills like discipline and teamwork.
And they also support mental health, reduce stress, and help teenagers create social connections, which are essential during this stage of life.
That's amazing. It's clear that sports plays a very important role in the development of teenagers, both psychically and emotionally. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas with us today. It was a very interesting discussion.
Thank you for having us. It was a great experience.
Yes, thank you. I really enjoyed being here.
And thank you to everyone who listened to your podcast. We hope you learned something new today. See you next time. Bye, guys.